Hi, today we're learning the contents of this book. We're learning about 4 kinds of forest, including secondary forest, plantations, feng shui woods, and montane forest. The first one is secondary forest. What is it? It means forest that has undergone succession. But what is succession? Succession means forest that has undergone long-term changes in the structure and species composition of vegetation and the associated animals. Plant species diversity increases rapidly in the early stages of succession until grass has been eliminated and a closed woody canopy formed. From then on, both new invaders and species that already exist have to either compete for sunlight or be able to tolerate the shady condition for survival. Those plants not able to do so will perish. That means disappear. Ivy trees is one of the most common species that are able to tolerate the shady condition. Vegetation composition between secondary forest and primary forest has a big difference. Primary forests are fine, right? So where does secondary forest come from? Forest might face some major disturbance from human activities or natural hazards such as deforestation or wildfire. In the past, there were many wars in Hong Kong that disturbs or destructs forest. Therefore, forests in Hong Kong are forced to change their vegetation and animal composition in order to survive. As I have said, secondary forests appear because of the massive destruction, which means that the forest has lost large amount of species. The biodiversity is much lower than that of primary forest. A forest with limited species of vegetation can only support few kinds of animals. Therefore, the resistance stability, which means the ability to resist disturbance, is low. Once a kind of species extincts, the ecosystem of the forest may collapse easily. One of the examples of secondary forest in Hong Kong is Long Fu Shan. Next, it's plantation. Plantation means forests that are developed artificially. Their boundaries are normally regular in shape. Their spacing are also regular. In order to save time and cost, plantation forests have limited vegetation species. There are 3 common species. They are Taiwan acacia, Brisbane box, and splash pine. Why do they appear? It's because most of the rocks in Hong Kong are granite, which is easily weathered. In order to preserve to prevent soil erosion and to protect reservoirs, the Hong Kong government introduced these 3 exotic species. They are not native to Hong Kong. However, they can tolerate the dry weather and grow fast in poor soil, which increases the fertility of the soil. As a result, young seedlings and shrubs propagate naturally. Feng shui woods. Same as its name, it is used for feng shui purposes. As it is meant to bring good luck to villages, houses and farmlands are usually seen nearby. Moreover, villages often plant trees with higher economic values, such as Chinese banyan and camperwood. Feng shui woods cannot be found in areas other than Hong Kong and China, as only the Chinese believe in feng shui, which is quite special. The last one, montane forest. Montane forest means forests that are located on mountains. Abandoned tea terraces are usually found, as people in the past planted tea leaves on montane forest. Ligustrum lucidum and camellia are common in Hong Kong's montane forest. Why are geologists interested in montane forest in Hong Kong? It's because primary forests are most likely to be found in montane forest. The strongest support for the primary nature of forest comes from their floristic composition. Trees with hard, dry, and poorly dispersed fruits, such as Lithocarpus hansi, are mostly found in primary forest, which is a proof of primary forest. Today, we've learned about 4 kinds of forest, including secondary forest, plantations, feng shui woods, and montane forest. Although there are many differences among them, in terms of characteristics and purposes, each of them contains flora and fauna, which is both essential to an ecosystem. Without any of them, the resistance stability becomes low and the ecosystem easily collapses when there is disturbance. Forest stores carbon, provides valuable resources, and maintains water cycle. Therefore, it is very important for us to understand about ecosystems and protect them.